How do? Chaingrave Games. Back again. Not for what I usually do, but today I'll be going through some very interesting Rumour Engine pictures. And it might not just be me who sees this, there's quite a few people looking at these Rumour Engines and kind of going, ooh, this points towards something in particular. Well, what I think it points to is one of the lesser known Xenos races. They're allies with the T'au. They don't get as much love as they should do, but it's the Kroot. I think when the T'au Codex drops, we'll be getting some brand new Kroot units. Maybe not brand new, but definitely, you know, changing from the resin Kroot to the plastic Kroot. I mean, the last Kroot new we got in plastic was the Farstalker Kinband for Kill Team, and they're absolutely beautiful models. But there's so many other Kroot models which are still stuck in resin. So, I've had a look back. I've had a look at all the other Rumour Engines which speak to a little bit of Kroot heritage in them. And I've done this with the help of Games Workshop and the Warboss Kurgan blog, which has all the Rumour Engines, including when they've been completed as well. When a new model's been released and all the Rumour Engines are allocated to them, they update it. He updates it. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's start off with back early this year. We've got some Spearheads. Now, this came out on the 14th of the 3rd, 2023. And we got some Spearheads, which were a little bit kind of, you know, fancy-headed. But they got some runes on them. Now, the runes themselves are very reminiscent of some of the runes that you get on the new Farstalker Kinband. There's cases of there being runes on chest plates, on the Kroot guns, on the what's the leader of the Farstalkers called? The Killbroker, his big chunky weapon, and a little shorter dagger, and the bowcaster character. They've got runes on their weapon and the ammo pouch itself. And all of this kind of screams Kroot, because it's very similar runes. Now next, we'll go to the, there's a cloak which is sewn, and it was part of the Rumour Engine. And that came out on the 2nd of the 5th of this year, 2023. Now if you look at some of the Kinband cloaks as well, a lot of them are just in one piece, like these leathery poncho kind of things they've got going on. Some of them, however, are sewn together. I think my two best examples of that are the Pistolier and the Cold Blood. They both have quite a few stitches in their cloaks, and you could argue there's other, like, you know, more chaos orientated characters who have got like stitched up cloaks and stuff, and that might be true. It's just what I'm going off, what I've seen, it might be Kroot. Right, so going by the Spearheads that we've already mentioned, this might be another Spearhead. It might be like an explosive spear tip, or it might be the butt of the Spearhead we've already seen, because along the shaft of the spear from the Rumour Engine, there's lots of well, it's identical. It's either another type of Spearhead, or it's the opposite end of the Spearhead that we've already seen. And that came out on the 30th of the 5th of this year as well. I mean, if you're going to be pedantic and kind of say, oh, well, the shaft itself doesn't really matter, well, look at some of the ammo that the Kroot use, and look at some of the grenades. It's either ammo or grenades that they're holding. Some of the little bits that you can, you know, glue to your Kroot. They're very reminiscent in style to that spearhead or spear butt, whatever it is. Now, next we get onto the Quill cloak. Now this for me is just a given. We are definitely getting something new for Kroot. It came out on the 6th of 2023, and it's a cloak, and it's full of quills or spikes, but on the edge of the cloak there's a triangle pendant. Now, where have you seen another triangle pendant? Oh yeah, all over the original Kroot Carnivores kit and the new Kroot Farstalker kit. These triangle pendants are everywhere. No idea what they mean. I mean, even the Cold Blood's got 2 triangle pendants wrapped around his neck, or her neck. But it's definitely a Kroot thing to have these triangle pendants, and there's no other faction, as far as I'm aware, that has them. So, definitely Kroot? I would say so. We're definitely going to get something new with the T'au Codex, and there's quite a lot of the Kroot range which is still in resin. Literally all of the Kroot range, apart from the Carnivores, which is a very old plastic kit, and the Farstalker King Band, which is a beautiful kit, but at some point might replace the Carnivores, so we'll wait and see. Next, we have a fist. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, well, you know, this is just it's something for Blood Bowl, it's you know, that's what the padding is, that's, you know, that's what the that's what that's for. And I'm just like, but it's got 2 opposable thumbs, which is directly related to Kroot. It's only Kroot who have their hands based on I think I read before it's based on osprey talons or something along those lines. And that's why I have the 2 opposable thumbs and the 2, you know, front fingers. And this model has it. And again, you might scream, oh, you know, the armor, you know, that's wrapped around the arm isn't very Krooty. Well, I'd raise you Farstalker cut skin. The melee-oriented Farstalker, Kroot, from the kill team, has forearm protection very much like this model does. But these are big beefy fists, as opposed to the Kroot's more life anatomy. But it still has it. It you know, the same design points are being carried on again from this new, you know, the most recent Kroot kit that we've got onto these Rumour Engines. And I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, you know, don't shoot me, but feel free to, you know, laugh at me. But I definitely think this is a Krootox fist. And then lastly, what we've got, the most recent Rumour Engine, came out the 26th of the 9th of 2023, and it's a Kroot gun. It's a double Kroot gun. So, well, why do I think it's a Kroot gun? Well, it definitely is, because it looks exactly like a Kroot rifle, but bigger. And there's 2 of them. So, all you need to do is look at the designs for the Kroot weapons already. They've got a very specific design. There's the venting in the side of the muzzle, which definitely screams Kroot. I mean, in the new Rumour Engine, that venting goes all the way through as well. In the plastic kits, it doesn't go all the way through. It's just like, you know, indented. But in this new plastic kit, it goes all the way through, unless they've, you know, gone to the effort of carving out that. But it's definitely a Kroot gun, or a double Kroot gun. Now, what does this tell me? Now, I said at the start, it tells me that with Codex T'au, which comes out, if I'm not mistaken, spring of next year, we'll be getting some brand new Kroot models and Kroot units. Maybe not Kroot units, well, we'll be getting some Games Workshop plastic Kroot units as opposed to Forge World resin. Because I'm going to surmise that we'll definitely be getting a plastic Krotox. And with the newest Rumour Engine, we might be getting a plastic Narlock / Great Narlock. Because it was the Great Narlock that had the twin Kroot gun and the bolt thrower. And we've seen, we've seen signs that we are going to get a bolt thrower, and we've seen signs that we are going to get a new double Kroot gun. Twin Kroot gun, double Kroot gun? Either or. So, what does that tell me as well? Well, if we get that many new kind of Kroot models in plastic, might we get a Kroot only detachment in the T'au Codex? All we've seen out of these most recent Codex releases, Tyranids and Space Marines for 10th edition, well, they don't really ally with anyone else that well. The T'au Codex might be an absolutely brilliant example of having a few detachments which are T'au, and you can use your Kroot with them, or your Vespid, and maybe just do one specific detachment. People have been screaming for it for years. A Kroot mercenary detachment, which is Kroot only. You've got your Shaper, you've got a couple of different, maybe a couple of different profiles maybe for a Master Shaper, just your top dog Shaper. And you'd have your Master Shaper, your Shaper, your Carnivores, you could have your Far Stalkers, and then you'd have your Krootox, your Kroot Hounds, and your Narlocks. And to be fair, with using all them units, you won't be that far away behind from the Leagues of Votann, the newest faction that Games Workshop have actually released, which don't have that many units at the moment. That'd be brilliant for Kroot. I mean, we don't have any characters. We used to have Angor Proc, and we used to have Diet Grek, but we can't use them anymore. We can use those models as Shapers or Master Shapers, though. Either way, I think there might be a Kroot detachment in next year's T'au Codex. But right now, we don't know what's going to happen. These are just my musings, and I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Much love, and I will see you in a bit.